This is Underground Opera.
Go ahead and tell us who you are and where you're from.
Hey, this is Adam of Everfelt, and we're out of Southern Illinois. I personally am from Florida originally, but most of the guys from the band are from Southern Illinois.
We're at Southern Illinois.
So our studio, the Man Cave Studio, which is Tom Wilbur, and he's also our producer and drummer, is in Johnston City, Illinois. I live in Murfreesboro. So we're right here, you know, we're close to Indiana, also, you know, Kentucky, Missouri.
Oh, wow.
St. Louis is about 2 hours from us.
Oh, really? It's that far?
Yeah, it's about 2 hour drive.
I was thinking Johnson City was closer to St. Louis. Huh?
Oh, and yeah, Johnston City is close. You're right. So Johnston City is about an hour and 10 minutes, because Johnson City is 40 minutes from me. I'm in Murfreesboro, so I was thinking about from here, but
right.
Yeah, so we're right here in that tri-state area, and yeah, we're definitely, you know, ready to book some shows in that tri-state area as well.
Are you close to the Garden of the Gods?
Yes, about an hour and a half from there. I actually proposed to my wife there, so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man.
I fell off Camel Rock there once.
Oh my God, dude!
Not too bad. It wasn't too bad.
Holy shit!
I was younger and cockier. I didn't get hurt. I scraped my leg. That's it. My knee.
Oh man, it could have went way worse than that, dude.
Trust me, I know. It could have went way worse. We used to go there every Sunday and climb all over there. My buddy and I did. Man, no safety gear, no safety gear, nothing, man.
I used to do that too when I was younger, man, and I had got stuck on, like, I was on the side of this crevice, and I was rock climbing, you know, no ropes, nothing. And I had got to a point where I'd went so far, but I couldn't go further, but I didn't want to go back the way I had came. And I had to, like, jump from the side of the mountain to this tree, and I knew when I hit the branch, you know, oh man, that shit was painful, dude. But yeah, I don't do that shit no more. That's crazy though, you doing that out of the Garden of the Gods. That's way more dangerous than what I was doing, dude.
I've jumped off to a tree before too, man. I've literally jumped off, got stuck. I couldn't go up, couldn't go down, and I jumped off to a tree.
Oh man, that shit's painful as fuck, bro. I mean, I don't know if I can say it on this. It's really painful.
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
okay, cool.
You can say painful as fuck. You can say that.
Oh, hey,
don't
awesome.
care.
This is perfect. Perfect.
All right. So tell me, what does the name mean? What does Everfelt mean?
So Everfelt was born of my best friend who passed away in 2021 of cancer. His name's Charles Lingerfelt. And we wrote music together on and off for like 20 years. I wrote my first album with him with a band called Clinch back in Lexington, Kentucky when I was 19. And we wrote a couple albums over the years, but right before he passed, he He had cancer. I did not know it. I was going through a dark time. He brought this project called Everfelt to me with like all these songs. So we worked on this music. We went down to Miami and played it. Whole time he had cancer and he wasn't telling me. I come to find out when we got back, he went straight to the hospital. He died like 3 months later. And so from that, Everfelt, I changed the name from Angerfelt to Everfelt because I wanted him to be forever felt in any music that I did for the rest of my life. But now, with me and the 4 guys that we have together now, we've been able to take the song River, which is a song me and Charlie wrote about coming back to the source. That's the only song we brought from back then to this project today. But now the project is about making sure that we create music that's forever felt in your heart and in your mind. We want to create something that, you know, that you can resonate with, but we also show you the door that we found and not just resonating with your dark tunnel. So that was the concept behind Everfelt.
Well, gotcha. How long you guys been together?
We, as of August 14th, we've been together a year.
So how did that happen?
So, I actually was in a band with Jacob Crawford, our rhythm guitarist. I was in a band with him back in 2019, and he was in a band with our drummer Stone before that. So he had left the band. He was with Stone from 2017 and 18, and then I met him in 2019. Long story short, that band completely fell apart with COVID and all of that. And I was, you know, right back here in Southern Illinois, me and my wife were doing great again. And I was in a place where I could really start focusing on music. And so I got a hold of Jacob and he was wanting to do something again. And then I put a Craigslist ad up. Long story short, Stone was doing music again. And when I went over there for the first time a year ago, so to speak, you know, they had Corey Robinson, our lead guitarist, was over there. I didn't know, never met him before, didn't know who he was, didn't even know he was going to be over there. Went over there to audition for what they had going on. Anyway, the first 2 times I went over there was just me, and I was like, man, I got to bring Jacob. So Jacob came with me the 3rd time, and it was all she wrote. Like everything we do everything DIY, but all the music you're hearing on the album and the music we're putting out right now is all basically, most of the core of it was created in those first 2 or 3 practices with the 4 of us. And then we found our bass player, Jason. But yeah, it was the summer of 2022 where it really all started to culminate. And, we've been hard at it every week, you know, trying to put out live content of us creating and letting everyone be a part of the creative process. As you can listen to like the first videos we put out and listen to them now. You can even see the progression of the songs, which we thought was really cool. And in this way, we're able to like share the music with the listener as well as experience it with, you know, and that's the hope, because really it's all about allowing the music to happen too. We're not trying to make the music yours, but become the music's. And I think all of us are, you know, collectively able to do that really well together. So it's been kind of fluid.
Right on, man. And you're the singer.
Yes, I write songs and do the vocals. Yep.
And you wouldn't have any like Dio influence or Jeff Tate by chance?
You're not the first person to ask me that, actually. I do. Actually, some of my biggest influences, honestly, is Chris Cornell, Scott Weiland, Lane Staley, Maynard, and I'd have to say Dio is also Ozzy. You know, all of those guys, really huge influence on me. Definitely with the Chris Cornell, Lane Staley, Scott Weiland, every one of the bands they were in, and the sound that they were able to bring forth with such ease, you know, and such power. That's really been a huge influence of mine. But so many people ask me if Ronnie James Dio is an influence of mine, which is a great compliment. I really appreciate you asking me that.
Oh man, I'm not saying you sound like him, but you have that skill. Right? 'Cause I've heard it.
Yeah, I really appreciate that, man.
You do. You have that.
That's awesome.
Do you have a wide range? Have you ever measured it?
Yes, sir. I have not. No.
Like, just curious. Just thought I'd ask. I mean, I'm sure what I hear, you've got a wide vocal range. There's nothing like mine. Mine's about 3 notes. No.
Man, I tell you what, man, I've been singing ever since I can remember. I remember being 7 years old and I was singing Amazing Grace of a cappella, like in front of like 300 senior citizens at a church, you know, and even then I wanted to do it the way I wanted to do it, you know, and it was like music's always been, you know, not only just a means of medicine. A lot of times it's more medicine than it is anything, but also a means to fulfill a purpose, you know, to hopefully give back to life what life's been able to give me through the power of music. And really it's really a blessing and an opportunity to just be able to create music and be a part of something like ever. These guys that are in the band, they create music that makes it possible for me to do what I do. I mean, everything that you're hearing from me is only happening because of what the music's dictating me to do, you know, like even when like the concept of the song gave it away, it's about, you know, being willing to, even if the sacrifice isn't seen, you're willing to give it everything for what you believe in, for what you're passionate about, for what you love. And everyone can relate to that. And so that song actually, it was Jacob, our rhythm guitarist, bringing the song to the table. It was really a really fast version of it that we slowed it way down and bringing that to the table. And it was the music that dictated. Like I would go home and listen to the freestyles we create in the studio, and I would listen to what the music's naturally asking me to sing about, you know, while we're freestyling. And that's how all these themes and everything was created.
Gave It Away is the one that stuck out to me too. It was like, that's the one that I was going to bring up. And you have an EP out right now. Tell me about it.
Yeah. So, we're actually working on our album Ascension. It's a 9-song album. The EP we have out right now, I believe, is 5 songs. A couple of those are live in the studio cuts, and then a couple of them were mastered. So we have Reach, The Lie, Gave It Away, Into the Fire, and what would be the 5th one on there? I think Ascend. I think Ascend and that's the title track to the Ascension album. You can find all of our music, our shows, our merchandise, everything, Everfelt at everfelt.net. We have our own website where you can go to all of our links, as well as any of our videos on YouTube, and you can also find our merchandise and everything there.
Yes, some shows coming up.
Okay, so next Wednesday. So I have a show on September 16th, me and the band. It's for Suicide Prevention Month, City at Lyman's Lounge, no cover. If you want to come out and check out some badass music, if you want to donate to the Suicide Prevention cause, you can, the We Can Survive event. You can donate to that if you want. We're going to have barcodes that people can scan and do it on their own or however they want to do it. There's no cover. And then we're playing, in September 30th, we're playing at the Howl at the Moon Festival in New Concord, Kentucky. You can go to our site. You can find the tickets there. If you put in the name Everfelt, you can get $5 off. I think they're like it's like $10 for a 3-day festival. So it's really, really awesome price. There's going to be a lot of bands there. And then we've got some more shows coming up in October and November, but they're not set in stone yet, so I don't want to say for sure.
Right. How at the Moon Festival? Why does that sound so familiar?
This is the 4th one. It's in Kentucky. It's at Lake Barkley, I want to say.
Okay.
This is the 4th one they've done.
There is a Lake Barkley, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that's right. I think that's where it's at. I just know it's New Concord, Kentucky. September 30th is the day we're playing, but the festival starts on the 28th. It goes from the 28th to October 1st, I believe. We actually have Bones from the Boneyard Interview Show in Canada. He's coming down on September 27th to film the whole thing, our RV ride there, the whole festival while we're there, and it's pretty awesome. We're pretty excited about that. And I told him, I was like, well, I'm turning 41 on October 2nd. He's like, well, I'll stay till October 4th. I said, where does this dude get his money from? Like, who can just okay, I'm going to come down, spend $500 to leave Canada to come to your festival. It's kind of wild.
Yeah.
But it sounds awesome. I can't wait to get to see the footage he gets from that, you know.
I want you to send me the links to the suicide prevention stuff.
I will, definitely.
That's something that's important to me too. It's like it's like a few years ago I lost my guitarist, and
oh my God,
it was 2018. Yeah, he had a really bad year, and it wound up just getting the best of him. It was like,
sorry to hear that, brother.
Yeah, really bad year, and yeah, so like I promote suicide prevention events, and I play them for free and stuff, you know, if I get asked. So it's like, yeah, that way I can list that in the description. That
okay, yeah, definitely. I will send you the links to it, and I'll send you, there's additional links that's not just our show too and everything, where people can, if they, you know, if they're too far away or whatever, from, you know, being able to come to the show, they can still go, and if they want to donate to the cause, they can, you know. But yeah, my drummer, his mom 6 years ago, took her own life. So it's really important to him. And you know, when we decided to do this, we didn't realize, at least I didn't realize, that September was Suicide Prevention Month. So it's really crazy how it coincided with the show we were trying to set and do. But yeah, we're really excited to book. We have our own RV, our own trailer. We are ready to book festivals, big stages, everywhere we can. And if you have a band that you're still playing music with, we'll come play some music with you, brother.
Oh man, you said the magic word, RV.
Yes, we have a nice, our drummer went all out, man. He spent $75,000 on this RV. It's crazy.
Woo!
Yeah, man, I couldn't believe it. He's a combat vet, and he's definitely one of the rocks of our foundations.
That is all our time we have for now. Thank you for listening to Undergroundopolis. Remember, we do this every Wednesday night, bringing you new and exciting artists every week. Be sure to hit up their websites and social media and stream or download their music. If you like this show, please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, any streaming platform, and leave us a review as well. I'm your host, Rob Lyon, signing off.